I'm wrapping up this letter that I wrote you. Maybe it's the only way to go through. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. Though it hurts, I only wish you blessings. When intuition talks, you gotta listen. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. 'Cause you build me up to break me down. Never respect the love you found. And I had a voice inside the back of my mind. I always knew it deep down. You don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh, no looking back this time. 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 Running from the truth was getting reckless. In your arms I never felt protected. Oh. 'Cause you don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh. No looking back this time. 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 No looking back this time.
Is my mic working? Evening. I hope we are all well. I'm sorry I was a bit late. I was watching a movie called Heads of State, which is a really good movie, by the way, with Idris Elba and John Cena, which I was watching downstairs, and I totally lost track of time. I do apologise. I have no idea what Jamie and Uncle Rod's got earlier. I have no idea what that's about, but I'm glad you are all here. Big up Jamie for being a member for 3 months. Much love for the support, mate. Um, so where do I begin? Okay, so the show I've called the review. There's a lot of positives that were in that game. Okay, like I know the result was a scruffy 1-0 win on a penalty. I kind of get that, but there were some positives which we can talk about. Which I will talk about some of the positives. Um, look, I'm not here to like sit here and say, look, I told you so. It was going to be a shit show. We were going to be crap again. I'm not here to say that because I've said that too much, and I don't want to manifest it. I do not want to manifest negativity. Um, I just don't want to manifest negativity. So I want to talk about some of the positives. I also want to talk about some of the metrics because the metrics are really good. Like some of Liverpool's metrics this season in the first 4 games have been really good metrics. Like there's a reason why we're top. Like there's a reason why we haven't been beaten. Like, and I will go into that in this review. But I will also talk about the game as well. Okay, and there's some things that happened in the game and there's some things that happened in the system, and there's some things that have just continued through this season, which we will talk about. Okay, we will talk about these, and let's all just be sensible. Okay, I'm not going to get heated about stuff. I'm not going to go ranting about stuff. Okay, because I don't want anything to manifest into the team's performances. Okay, we won 4 games. Okay, that is a huge deal. Okay, we have 12 points, and the teams who are fighting to challenge us have 9 and 6, and that is a huge positive. Like that's a huge positive, and one of them we've beaten in Arsenal. To take 3 points off one of your rivals because Arsenal are a rival, Arsenal are going to be the team which is going to push us all the way. That is a fact. That is just a fact because Arsenal have an unbelievable squad and Arsenal have a huge amount of money backing them up, and Arsenal play really pragmatic defensive football. Liverpool do not. We don't. Liverpool play with 6 people in the box in some stages. Like we throw caution to the wind and try to win games. That's a huge difference. That's a huge difference. If I was an Arsenal fan and we were losing games and drawing games, I would be proper pissed because they don't do enough. They don't do enough. Liverpool do a lot. Liverpool do a lot. Liverpool put a huge amount of effort into games. And I'll show you the metrics. I will show you the metrics. Okay? Anyway, the game. Burnley away. First of all, I wanted to just touch on the elephant in the room. Mo Salah does not score against Burnley. Okay? Mo Salah does not score against Burnley. The last time Mo Salah scored against Burnley was 2017 and we won 1-0. And it was a penalty. That's what Mo Salah does against Burnley. He scores penalties. That's all Mo Salah does against Burnley. He scores penalties. And guess what? That's what he did against Burnley this time around. But the manner of the win is quite monumental. And it's also quite demoralizing to the opposition. Like the manner of the win is very demoralizing to the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City. I mean, Manchester United fans are whinging, but who cares? But they are. And that's the difference. That's what's really important in the way we are playing football this season. It's the way we win games. It's not just winning a game. It's winning a game through the adversity of potentially dropping points. And you're also taking your rivals down that mind fuck as well. Like they are getting their heads fucked as well. We're sat here, heart attack. Oh my God, this team's equalised in the 80th minute, like they all did. And the opposition's like, yes, we're back in the game. We don't deserve it. Like we've been outplayed most of this game, but we're back in the game somehow. And our rivals are watching this going, ha ha, Liverpool are going to drop points. We can have another go at them. All the media are sat there going, yeah, we're all writing our stories. We're all ready. Everybody's ready to jump on Liverpool for losing. Everyone's ready to have a go at Vert. Everyone's ready to have a go at anybody. Salah, Virgil van Dijk, anybody. Ready to have a go at Slot. That's what they're doing. The knives are out. They're sharpening them. They're ready. Yes, Liverpool are about to drop points. Bang! And then we win. And then we win. And then it's euphoria. And it's euphoria. And then it's Liverpool fans with this huge amount of euphoria, but also a huge amount of invincibility. Like where are you? You're not getting past us. Like the shield of armour. And it's the fact that we can do it on a regular basis. Like, I'm not sure there's many teams in the world at any stage. I'm not sure there's many teams in the world at any stage that can do it the amount of times we have. Like, draw on that reserve of energy. Look for that world-class talent. Where are you? You haven't been anywhere today. Where are you? I'm going to pop up now. Like, draw on that little sneaky effort on tactics where I'm just going to bring that guy on there just to put over there and play there and then see what happens. Or just move him into that position. But somehow, somewhere, Liverpool do it. Over and over and over again. And everybody thinks that Fergie was the master at winning games in Fergie time. Everybody. You're wrong, Polo. You're wrong. Liverpool have won more games past the 80th minute than Manchester United ever did. Liverpool are streets ahead, miles ahead in winning games in the dying minutes of games. Liverpool are the masters of it. In my lifetime, I have seen it so many times. And if you just want to pick two moments out, Champions League final. Champions League final. Carabao Cup final in Cardiff, Steven Gerrard. Like Olympiacos, Steven Gerrard. Like these are the old times. The new times. I remember Dirk Kuyt scoring winners in the 90th minute. I remember Dejan Lovren scoring winners. I remember Mo Salah scoring winners. Previous. And then you've got Bobby Firmino headers that win games. You could go back a long time. Liverpool win games late on. Been there, done that so many times. My only problem is how many times can you do it? How many times can you do it? And that's where my beef is. How many times can you win a game in the final minutes of the game? And my answer is all the time. All the time, if you believe. All the time, if you run the furthest. All the time, if you try the hardest. All the time, if you attack the most. All the time, if you believe. And Liverpool believe. They believe. Listen to the interview with Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah. They believed they were going to win the game. Virgil van Dijk even said, we just had to be patient. We just had to pick the right time. We just had to keep on pushing. They're the words of winners. They're the words of believers. And look, I know it's corny, but Jurgen Klopp turned us all from doubters to believers. And you still don't believe? You don't believe? Like, we won the league with Arne Slot in his first season, with quite possibly the worst two number nines in the league. Like, Diogo Jota, God rest his soul, and Darwin Núñez were utter tripe up front last season. They scored one goal between them in the whole of 2025. They were terrible. You have to believe. We won the league. And you don't think we can score last-minute winners all season? You don't think we can win games at the end? I believe. I believe. And you can say we were fortunate. You can say we were lucky. You can say whatever you want. But there was only one team that deserved to win that game. There was only one team that deserved to win that game, and it was Liverpool. Burnley didn't stand in our box in the second half. Burnley didn't get the ball into our box in the second half. That's a whole 45 minutes of football where Burnley didn't even get the ball into our box. There's only one team that deserved to win that game, and that was Liverpool. There's only one team that deserved to win that game against Arsenal. It was Liverpool. I see it no other way. Like, Liverpool were the only team that attacked in that game. Like, Arsenal were so defensive, played such terrible football, anti-football. Liverpool deserved to win that game. Liverpool deserved to win the game against Newcastle because we were better. We were better. Newcastle had two long ball pumps that managed to get past us. Let's make no bones about it. Two set pieces. Liverpool deserve to win against Newcastle. Liverpool brought on attacking players to win the game. And Bournemouth, Liverpool deserved to beat Bournemouth. We had plenty more chances. We should have buried them in the first half. I can't sit here and say that I love the tactics. I can't sit here and say that I like the way we play football. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't like the way we play football. I don't like the way we're isolating Salah in games. I don't like the way we're playing players too central. We're being more narrow. We're being really slow and lethargic with the ball. I don't like it. I genuinely don't like it. But it's effective and it's still winning games. And if it takes another couple of games where we slog it out and win because we run more, because we win more duels, because we run more, because we make more attacking runs, because we play more forward passes, because we try to dribble more, because we bring more attackers on, because we play with more possession, because we have more players in their box, because we have more players that touch the ball in their box, because we have more players in the final third, then we deserve to win games. Because the better side was better. Just like boxing. It's just like boxing with the point system. Like, you can tick all the points off the whole of the game. Liverpool had more points. If it was a game where someone had to win, Liverpool would win all of those games on the points. How many runs did they do? More. How many times did they get the ball in the box? More. How many times did they have more shots? More. How many saves did goalkeeper make? Their goalkeeper made more saves. More. How many big chances were missed? Liverpool more. Like, Liverpool would win on all metrics on every game we played this season. Every game. Straight up. And guess what? We won every game. And I know you want to see this. You want to see Galactico football. I know you do. I'm sorry to break it to you. The Galacticos didn't win anything. You do know that, don't you? You do know that. That when they had the Galacticos squad, they didn't win any trophies. It wasn't the Galacticos team that won the trophies. Barcelona won all the trophies in those years. Liverpool are not the Galacticos. And I hate that term that's being given to them. They're not. We have some expensive players in Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak, who still hasn't kicked the ball for us. We have some expensive players. But so have the teams. Like, Manchester City spent 100 million on Jack Grealish. Manchester City spent 90 million on Guardiola. No one talks about this. No one talks about this. No one talks about this. Like, Tottenham spent 60 million on one player, 70 million on another player. Nobody talks about this. Aston Villa have spent 40 million, 50 million. Even Everton have spent 40 million, 50 million on players. Like, teams have spent money on players. Like, Chelsea have spent a ridiculous amount of money on so many players. And, like, even Brighton have spent 40, 50 million on players. Newcastle have just spent 70, 79 million on a player. Like, teams are spending huge amounts of money on players. So for everyone to say that we're buying the league and we have this Galacticos, no, we don't. No, we don't. We signed Florian Wirtz, who was 100 million, a huge amount of money, and we signed Alexander Isak, huge amount of money. But the other players are not a huge amount of money. They're just not. Like, I'm sorry, they're just not. Crystal Palace sold Eze for 70 million. Like, what are we saying here? Are we saying that, like, these are world-class players? These are the best players in the world? No, they're not. No, they're not. But teams are spending huge amounts of money. And we've spent a lot of money on Isak and a lot of money on Florian Wirtz. But the rest of the players, no. They're not record signings. They're not gigantic amounts of money. Ekitike was a lot of money, but Ekitike isn't this world-class player. Kirkez was from Bournemouth. Frimpong was from Bayer Leverkusen for 28 million, 30 million. Like, so I get it. Like, I get it. We've spent money, but we spent money everywhere. There's a lot of money that's been spent everywhere. Okay? So this notion of we should be world class and we should be just smashing teams 10-0 here and there everywhere. How does that make sense when other teams are spending huge amounts of money as like us? I think Burnley have spent nearly 200 million this window. Like, Burnley have spent a lot of money this window as well. I know Burnley just put 10 players behind the ball the whole game. Like, I get that. But Arsenal have spent over 300 million. Like, teams have spent money. So for us to just, like, assume that it's going to be a cakewalk. And this is the thing which frustrates me. Because all our rivals are saying that it should be a cakewalk. Really? Like, what makes them think it's going to be a cakewalk for Liverpool? Like, everybody but Liverpool seem to think that Liverpool should just walk the league. Like, it's ours already. Like just give them the trophy. Really? Why? Why? You still got to play football. You still got to win games. You still have to play against teams that have spent loads of money as well. You still got to play against teams that have got 50, 60, 70 million pound players, just like we have. Just like we have. And I get it. They haven't got a Mo Salah and they haven't got a Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, I get it. They haven't got those two players. But they've still got good players. And we still have to win. We still have to work hard. If Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk have world-class games, that doesn't mean we're going to win a game. You need the whole team to play well. And we've noticed that we've got a team that doesn't play well all the time. And we've got players that sometimes don't turn up for games. Sometimes they don't turn up for games. Sometimes they're poor. Sometimes they need to be subbed, like Kirkes, like Cody Gapco. So don't listen to the rivals. We need to stop listening to the rivals because the rivals are trying to put us under pressure. They're trying to make it out like we bought the league and we're just going to cakewalk it just because we signed Alexander Isak. So you sign Alexander Isak and you win the league. Is that how it goes? So you're trying to tell me if Bournemouth signed Alexander Isak, they'd win the league? If Leeds United signed Alexander Isak, they'll win the league? Like Newcastle had Alexander Isak and they didn't win the league. So this player is just going to win you the league? No, he's not. No, he's not. Just like Erling Haaland isn't going to win you the league because you have him. You need to have all the other players as well. But you need to have a plan. You need to have a manager that can win the league. You need to have a manager that can manage the squad. You need to have a manager that can change things in games and can make important substitutions. And my God, have we got a manager that can make important substitutions? Like every single substitution he's made this year so far, is in the start of the league, has won the game. Like has had a huge input in winning the game, in swaying the result to the opposition, to us. That's massive. Like, if you've got a manager that can do that, that can influence the game off the bench with his substitutions, then you've got a chance of winning the league. Because if you do play badly, or you just have an opposition that are really stubborn and they're actually quite good defensively, structure-wise, they have like two banks of four or a bank of five or a bank of four, whatever. And you've got a manager that can change things up, that can make things more difficult, that can create more opportunities through the subs, then you've got a very good chance of winning all your games. And that's what we have. That's what we have with Arnie. We really do. Like, he did it last season. He's doing it this season already. And I get it. There's players that people think aren't good enough. There's players that people think aren't good enough. People don't like Canate. People don't like Andy Robertson. People don't like people don't like Mo Salah. There's lots of people that don't like Mo Salah. And there's people that don't like Cody Gapco. And I get it. Like, you know, there's some people who are kind of crashing out on McAllister right now. Like, there just is. It's always going to be like that. There's always going to be people that don't like the players. And it doesn't matter what the player does. Like, I'll be honest, I really wasn't a fan of Gravenberch when we signed him. And I wasn't a fan of Trent when he moved into the inverted. And it took me so long to turn away from the fact that Trent's had a really good game today, but I just couldn't let him have it. And Darwin Núñez, I didn't want Darwin Núñez. I genuinely didn't want him signed in the first place. And then when he kept on missing, even if he had a good game, I wouldn't give him the credit because I didn't like him. I didn't want him in the team. Same with Robbo, same with Núñez, so many people with Cody, so many people with Canate. And it's difficult. And I understand. That it's difficult to see past that sometimes. But when you've got them and they are with you for at least till January, you have to back them. You have to back them whether you like it or not. Like, Canate's been iffy pretty much most of the season, but I've got to back him. He's my player. I want him to do well. Even if he's leaving to go to Real Madrid or PSG or Bayern Munich or whatever, he's our player now. And I'm backing him. Like, I want him to do well. I want him to play well. Like, Cody's been pretty poor this season, but he's our Cody. And I want him to do well, and I want to back him. And that's the way I'm going to have to be. And even if I don't like some of the things that are going on the pitch with players, sometimes I don't think the tactics work for us really in games to start off with games. But I'm still going to back him. Still going to back Arnie. Still going to back the coaches. I'm still going to back the team. And that's all we can do. And that's what we have to do. Because there are so many people that want us to fail. They want us to fail. So many people, so many teams, so many rivals hate watch Liverpool. They hate watch us. It's now got a name. They hate watch us. And they go on their channels and they say shite about us constantly. Constantly. Liverpool. That's what we're getting now. Liverpool. Let them hate. Let them hate, because it's even sweeter when we win. It's even sweeter when we win. I love watching the reaction channels. It's like my little comfort, my little comfort blanket. Watching the reaction channels and watching them fall off their chairs and cry on the floor. I love it. I love it. And we should all love it too. And that's the reason why I go on lots of other channels and I cause mayhem in the chat and I piss all of the opposition fans off. Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City, I don't care. I want to cause pain. I want them to feel it. Because it's what we get. That's what you're allowed to do. You're allowed to have the bragging rights. You're allowed to have them. There's only so many things you can get away with. And they are things you can get away with. You can go into work the next day, chest out, give them all the shite about the game. We play crap. We still got 3 points, mate. Where are you? 6 points? Do it. Do it. Flood their inboxes on their channels and cause mayhem. You are my rebels. You are the rebels. You're the KMack rebels. That's what you should do. It makes me laugh. It makes me smile. There's a reason why. There's a reason why Footy Judge Mo hasn't had me on for about a week, because he knows I am going to make them all cry, and I'm going to make them all get so angry that he's purposely not put me on his show, because he doesn't want me to wind up all of the rivals. And it's the reason why Terry didn't let me on his show today, because I wanted to go on there and I wanted to do exactly the same today. Because we're allowed to do it. We're allowed to do it. This is our calling in life. Our calling is here. And by the way, if you didn't know what my phone... Yeah, that's what my phone is. Oh, and also my phone is actually... It's actually red as well. That's our calling in life. Exactly. Watch the meltdowns. Watch the meltdowns. Big up, everyone. Big up. Okay, so where do we start? 30 minutes in. I hope you enjoyed that little, not a rant, just a little bit of, I don't know, meditation, football meditation, shall we call it? Should we call it Wussar? Should we call it just football meditation? Yeah? To the football gods. Samsung's better. Look, it is what it is. I've had it for quite a long time, that phone now. But I can't remember. We don't even know what phone. I think it's an XL, an XLR, or an XR, or something like that. But I've had it for a long time. But it's just does a job. Does a job. Okay, so let's start with. Should we look at the team? Should we look at the team? So there was something interesting that I noticed after I watched the game, and it was the fact that we played Mo in a slightly different position. So if you can see the heat map, and I know I'm going to do heat maps again, and I do apologise. I know you're probably fed up with heat maps now, but I just wanted to show you the fact that we played Mo deeper in this game. Okay, so we played Mo deeper, and we played Cody wider in this game, and we played Kirkes higher up the pitch in this game. Okay. Now the interesting thing is, and look, Kirkes had a shocker. Yeah, that dive was unacceptable. Look, I don't condone any diving in games. Look, sometimes if there's a bit of contact, I would say probably go down. You might get a penalty and you won't get booked because there was a bit of contact. But when there's literally no contact and you just throw yourself to the floor, you deserve what you get. And he was hooked. And I have to say, Andy Robinson was absolutely unbelievable when he came on. Like, Andy Robinson reminded me of, I don't know, Robbo from 5 years ago. Full of energy, like being there all the time, like really putting the opposition to the sword, as in making runs into the box on the left hand side in the center position, trying to combine play with Cody. And I've got to say, if Cody keeps on doing this stuff where he picks the ball up, ignores the player which has made the run beyond him, just like Kirkes did in the first half, and then cuts inside and just gets the ball taken off him or blasts it over the bar, then you do deserve to get dropped. And there is an opportunity for the likes of Ryoga Gamoa to come in. And when Alexander Isak is fit, Cody should be worried because Hugo Ekitike can definitely play in that position. He can definitely play in that position, and he should be worried because it feels like he's playing like he's got no he's got no opposition to push him out of the team because he hasn't got his Luis Diaz. And he can't rest on his laurels. And he needs to keep on working hard, but he needs to stop doing this dumb cutting inside because, look, I'm telling you, you can already see the number 10, the number 22, and the number 7 are all on top of each other. Like I explained to you, God knows how many times, we have too many players in the same position, in the same zone this season, full stop. Just full stop, okay? I'm not isolating it to a game. I'm saying full stop. And when Cody cuts inside, you know the position he ends up in. He ends up with the number 10, the number 22, and the number 7, all on the left-hand side, all in each other's zone, on top of each other's feet. So he needs to stop it, and he needs to go wide. He needs to give us width. Anyway, so this was the game, and let me give you some of the numbers. Okay, the numbers are good, by the way. Good numbers in this game. So statistics. Expected goals. And this is the bit that people are not talking about. This is the part that people are kind of missing out. Like, Liverpool won 1-0, but we were expected to score 2 goals. So we should have won 2-0. Okay? We had 27 shots. 27 shots in the game. We missed 3 big chances. We had 81% possession. That is an insane amount of ball. It's an insane amount of ball. Liverpool do not get given the ball that much. We got the ball that much that I think we probably just forgot what to do with it most of the time. 13 corner kicks and we didn't score a goal. That is a problem. Like, I don't care what world you're in. As a Premier League team, as an elite Premier League team that have won the league, you have to score from 13 corner kicks. I don't care. I genuinely don't care. You have to score from having 13 corner kicks. Like, the numbers are insane to not get a goal. That's poor. That's poor. So look, I can criticise it and I can also praise it, but 13 corner kicks and not even a goal is dreadful for me. That's not good enough. 697 passes. Like, that is staggering. But we do have to talk about this, and it's this. 27 shots, 4 on target. 4 on target. 11 off target and 12 blocked shots. Now, this is what we need to talk about. Okay. This was a massive problem under Jurgen Klopp. It really was. It was the amount of shots we had that were blocked. Because you're not getting into the best position to take your shot if your shot can be blocked, and you have to be more patient. And that's exactly what Virgil van Dijk was talking about. That's exactly what Arne Slot was talking about. 12 shots might show good defending, but the extra pass, Russell, could be a goal scoring chance. Maybe pass the ball one more time. But the point is, when they block a shot, the opposition can then break. And that's what happened. But fortunately for us, the opposition didn't have anything up front. And they were stifled out. And they were stifled out. But this is why we signed Florian Wirtz. This is why we signed Florian Wirtz. We signed Florian Wirtz to get us past the low block, to cut the ball through a defence. That's why we signed Florian. He's an elite passer. It's why we have Alexis McAllister. It's why we have Mo Salah. Elite players to play elite passes and balls through the opposition. We clearly couldn't do that. And we haven't been able to do that in any of the games this season. Like, we don't have chances like this. Let me just show you this. Liverpool don't get chances like this. Liverpool don't get into opportunities where we can break beyond the defence. And I know this is a piss take out of Manchester United, and I get that. But we don't create chances like this. And I wonder why. I wonder why we don't. Like, why we can't play a ball that bypasses all their defence. Like, why? And I can show you clearly why we don't do that. And I'll show you on the heat map why we can't do that. We don't do that because... Nope. Liverpool don't do that because Liverpool don't play with a forward. Like, Liverpool don't play with a forward. Ekitike wears the number 22 shirt. Ekitike played deeper than Florian Wirtz, who was on number 10. Like, Liverpool don't play with a striker. Like, and we wonder why we don't get beyond defences. We don't get beyond defences because we don't have anybody to run beyond the defence. Because the striker, who's been shit for 2 games, by the way, Hugo Ekitike's been shit for 2 games. Okay? I'll say it right now. Yeah? He's been shit for 2 games. Doesn't play in the number 9 position. And we've all talked about we need a number 9. Well, fuck me. Didn't we sign one in Ekitike? Because the guy doesn't play as a forward. Like, I don't want to keep on signing players that want the ball to feet and want to drop into midfield. Otherwise, we have everybody in midfield and no one up front. And I really hope you are right. I really hope you are right. Because if we don't play him in that number 9 position, the knives are out. The knives are out. If we play Isaac like we play Ekitike in this weird central midfield attacking bizarro role, then the knives are out. Because what's Isaac supposed to do? Well, he's supposed to drill past an entire team and put it in the top bin. The guy's a bagsman in the box. Put him in the box. All that Liverpool are missing is a man to stand 10 foot in front of the number 7. And guess what? Guess what Florian Wirtz is missing? Florian Wirtz is missing someone to pass the fucking ball to who's in front of him. Like, are we blind? Like, are we genuinely blind? Like, does it need that much looking at? Like, do we need to, like, get a microscope and look at this? Because Florian Wirtz has nobody to pass the ball to in front of him. Because in all the games, Ekitike is either stood next to him or stood behind him. Like, what is Wirtz supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? Is he supposed to take on the entire defence and put it in the top bin as well? Is that his job now? Because I don't get it. I just don't understand why we don't play with a forward. Like, we just decided we're not going to play with a forward now. Like you can hate Darwin Núñez all you want, but the guy played up front. Like, he wasn't good, but he played up front. His heat map was in front of the number 7. Like, it's just mad. I genuinely do not understand it. Like, I do not understand it. Like, what is he supposed to do? Like, Mo Salah isn't in the box. Cody Gakpo isn't in the box. Ekitike isn't in the box. And you give the ball to Wirtz, who's just outside the box. What is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? Lob the fucking goalkeeper? Like, what is the guy supposed to do? Like, give him a fucking option. At least when he was at Bayer Leverkusen, he had Patrick Schick and he had Boniface. And guess what they did? They stood in the box. They literally stood in the box waiting for the ball from Wirtz. And normally he would give them it. It's crazy. like it's absolutely crazy. And the amount of hate this guy gets. Fucking Zone 14. I mean, I talked about Zone 14, but they're not even in Zone 14 at the moment. Like, what's the zone before Zone 14? And you genuinely wonder why. Well, why aren't we getting any clear-cut chances? Why aren't the goalkeepers making world-class saves? And you can touch the ball in the box all you want. The box is really big. But the number 9 wasn't there. The number 9 wasn't touching the ball in the box. Should we look at his numbers? Shall we look at his numbers? Because he was shit. He was shit again, by the way. 22. Where did 22 go? Oh, 22 didn't go in the box. 22 didn't do anything in the box. What did number 7 do? Number 7 was everywhere. Absolutely everywhere number 7 was. Worked his ass off. Number 11 stood on the touchline the whole game. Number 18 stood on the touchline the whole game. And you wonder why we didn't get a goal. Because nobody was in the box. I think Robbo got into the box more than most of the players. I think Robbo got into the box more. I actually need to look at Robbo's heat map. So Robbo played in the box more than our number 22, Ekitike. Have you seen the heat map for Robbo? He got in the box more. Frimpong got into the box more than Salah. Number 14, Chiesa got into the box more. Number 73, he got into the box more. Like, what are we doing? Like, seriously? Like, and you wonder why we didn't score against Burnley in open play. Well, there's your answer. Your answer's there. Like, your answer's there. You can do all the metrics you want. Like, you can run your ass off. You can pass it amazing. You can play all these amazing balls forward and press and keep possession and they don't have any shots and all that shit. I get it. But if you haven't got an attacker in the box, then what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? If you haven't got an attacker that's in the box being a presence, then what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here? Are we just playing a bunch of false nines that never ever get anywhere in the box? Like, Connor Bradley got into the box, didn't he? Let me see Bradley's heat map. What was Bradley's? Is Bradley the 12? Yeah. Bradley got into the box a bit. I mean, should we look at their number 11? Number 9? No, they didn't get into the box. And they didn't get into the box because they just let us have the ball the whole game. So let me ask you this question, yeah? Let me ask you this question. If you're playing an opposition that didn't have any shots on goal and never went into our penalty area for the whole of the second half, why wouldn't you fucking put your attackers in the box? Why wouldn't you play your attackers in their box? Why? Why? Would that not just be a sensible thing to do? Seriously? Ekitike's position in the other games is just as bad. It's just as bad, mate. He's not in the box. He's not in the box. Okay, then. So let's have a look at some other numbers. So this is the pass map. Yeah, so this is the pass map for Burnley. They didn't do anything in the game. Nothing in the game. That's their pass map. Yeah, that's Burnley's pass map in the game. Now this is Liverpool's pass map in the game. Do you notice something in this pass map that should make you go, we don't have a forward. We don't have a forward. We play with two number 10s who get in each other's way in the number 7 and the number 22. Seriously? Look, at the end of the day, I've given credit at the start, but I have to judge the game on how I see the game. And I don't understand why you're going to play Burnley away, who are dog shit, and haven't beaten Liverpool in forever. Yeah, we haven't even conceded a goal in the last 4 times we played Burnley. And you don't even play a striker. Like, you've got a striker on the pitch, but you don't play him as a striker. Like, seriously? Like, I just need to be critical on what needs to be critical, and I have to be critical about it. Like, you didn't play with a number 9 in the game. Like, Opta doesn't lie. Like, and I can show you the substitutions. Actually, do the substitutions shout? No, they don't. The substitutions don't shout. But that's the way it is. And then you got the XG map. Like we had, that's the penalty. That's Canate's header. Somehow he headed that from under the crossbar. That was Kirkez's miss, but it was like it wasn't even a chance. Like it really wasn't. It was a 0.16 from a set piece as well, by the way. Chiesa's miss, which was only a 0.13 as well. That was from the header. Everything else was so minimal. Like so minimal. Everything was so minimal. Yeah, there was nothing. There was nothing. There was 2 chances in that game to win it. There was Mo's goal and there was Canate's header. That was it. And there was Chiesa's header. And that was it. The game had nothing else. Nothing. Exactly. I don't understand it. I'm starting to really wonder, why we're not playing with a forward anymore. Like, is there a point? Is there a point to this? Like, at least when Chiesa comes on, the guy's in the box. like I know he missed the chance, but he was there. He was there for the chance. Like, nobody else was there for the chance. Like, if Ekitike was playing, he wouldn't have been there for the chance. Like, so why are we expecting things to work with the new players? It's not really that. It's what I'm trying to say, Bizzle, is why aren't we playing with a forward? Like, that's the biggest question I've got. Like, we are not playing with an attacker that stands in front of Wirtz. We don't play with a forward. Full stop. Like, every other team in the league, Bizzle, plays with a forward. Every team. Like, even Manchester City. I mean, you can say that, yeah, Pep plays with like loads and loads of false nines or whatever. No, he doesn't. He plays with a number 9 up front. He plays with Haaland. Pep Guardiola plays with this guy. Plays with this guy stood there. And he's ahead of his midfielders. We don't have a player that plays beyond our midfielders. We have a player that plays with our midfielders. Well, if you're going to play with forwards who play with their midfielders, how are you going to attack? Like, how are you going to attack? How are you going to put the opposition under pressure? Like, if every team is going to play low block, every team, because we don't play with anybody who's going to put their defenders under pressure. We don't play with a guy that's going to push their defenders or try and challenge them. We don't play like that. We do tiki-taka all around the box, tiki-taka all around the outside of the box, tiki-tack, tiki-tack, tiki-tack all day long. No end product. Like, it took a 16-year-old kid to come off 17-year-old kid to come off the bench to make runs into the box. He had more touches in the opposition box than the opposition did the whole game. He had more touches in the opposition box than Cody Gapco when he was on the pitch. And he played a brilliant pass to Frimpong. And Frimpong, who got into the box a lot as well, had a shot which was saved. And then from the corner, we then got possession. We then passed the ball out and then crossed it in, and then we got a penalty. But that game was 0-0. That game was 0-0. That game was Liverpool dropping 2 points. And if we'd have dropped 2 points, we deserved it because we didn't play a forward. Because we didn't play a forward. But the attack-minded substitutions won us the game. But they are not forwards where they can stand in the box as a number 9. But we had that player on the pitch in Hugo Ekitike. But he's not playing there. That's by design. That's not Hugo Ekitike going, you know what, I'm just going to stand in midfield, because why would I stand in midfield when I'm a striker? That's tactics. That's the plan. The plan is for something like that to happen. And I don't know why. It's not going to win us games. It's not going to win us games. Because no one's going to score the goals. Who's going to score the goals? The biggest chances we had in the game was Konate from a set piece and Mo Salah from the penalty box. They're the biggest chances we had in the game. Mo Salah scored the penalty. Yeah, that was a chance, but he scored it. And then you've got Konate under the bar. They were the 2 biggest chances in the game. You can say you can say anything you want about Haaland, but Haaland is just Haaland. Like, he scored more goals in Manchester derbies than anyone else, and he's only been at Manchester City for 3 years. Like, seriously, the guy is just on another planet. He's on another planet. We should be crediting Burnley for a great defensive display. I think we should be questioning why we didn't play a forward. Russell, I think we should be questioning why we didn't play a forward or front. Shouldn't we? Like, why aren't we playing a forward against Burnley? Burnley is shit. Like, why are we giving Burnley respect? Like, play a forward. Didn't you buy one? Didn't you spend 70 million on one? Like, you didn't spend 70 million on a midfielder. Like you already had Gravenberch, who had an unbelievable game. Yeah. McAllister, who got injured and should have been substituted because he was injured. And I don't really want to talk about the referees because I don't think we need to talk about the referees anymore. But we had Michael Oliver and we had Paul Tierney, who are the worst bunch of referees on earth, who are so under the thumb and being paid by Manchester City. I honestly don't know. Like, check the bank accounts. Seriously, check their bank accounts, because these two are just the worst of the worst. Like, how is that not a red card? He almost snapped his ankle in half. It's a straight red card. All day long, 3-match ban. And I know the prick got sent off in the end anyway, but he shouldn't have been on the pitch anyway. But McAllister shouldn't have stayed on. He should have been subbed. McAllister should have been subbed, because when Dominic Szoboszlai played in midfield, my God, we looked like a different team. Because guess what Dom does? Dom is disciplined. Dom isn't going to be wandering into the number 10 position. I know McAllister wears the number 10 shirt, but he doesn't have to play there. He wears the number 10 shirt, but he's not the number 10. So stop trying to be Wirtz and get out of his position. Like, but we've been robbed. We've been robbed against Bournemouth. We were robbed against Newcastle. And we've been robbed against Burnley with refereeing decisions. We just have. It's like, like, I don't know what to say. I don't think we need to talk anymore about it. I just don't think we need to talk any more about it. Sobbo was absolutely dreadful as a right back as well, by the way. Sobbo cannot be our right back. I'm sorry. Bradley came on, gave us width, and we looked different. And I think there's a reason why. I absolutely love McAllister, but I think there's a reason why we're looking at Adam Morton. I think Adam Morton's going to replace McAllister next season. McAllister just doesn't. He's slow. Slow on the ball, slow in possession. He's a great player. I mean, he's a great player, but he just hasn't got that dynamic. Adam Morton can just ping a 30-yarder through your defence. Adam Morton's got speed, quick. It's a faster player. He doesn't get involved in those stupid tackles. I don't think Belieber's it either. I think Belieber's going to go to Man City, Manchester United. I think Belieber will go to Manchester United. But yeah, what else can we talk about? I think what we can talk about for another 10, 15 minutes is The Athletic has done a piece on Arne Slot's tactics. And it's quite interesting. So I'm going to share the screen and we're going to have a look at it, okay? Yeah. Going to share the screen and we're going to have a look at it, all right? All right. So let's have a look. So this is The Athletic's piece on Arnie's tactics. So let me just make that a bit bigger. 2 seconds. Right. Here we go. Okay. So when Liverpool were out of possession last season, Arne Slot retreated to a 4-2-4 mid-block. Yeah. Now when Liverpool retreat into a settled mid-block, the shape has looked more like a staggered 3-3-4. And I've told you about this, and it doesn't work. I've told you about this. All right. Liverpool's out of possession shape looks different this season compared to last. And this is why Arne Slot has made the tweak. Okay. So I'm not even gonna look at transfers right now. I'm sorry. There's just no points. I just told you the point in looking at transfers right now. Mr. Skybloom, sorry, mate. It's just way too early. Maybe I'll have a look at it on another show. Crucially, this pattern does not appear to be specific to the opposition. In Liverpool's second game against Newcastle, the shape was the same, and it was at home to Arsenal. And I've said this already. Kirkes playing as a centre back next to Virgil and Canate, it's never going to work. It's never going to work. Kirkes is not a centre back. He can't play it. He has to play wider. He has to play as a natural left back. You're trying to make a guy do something that he can't do. And if you look at last season, you can see the four players. Obviously, you've got Trent, and who's playing everyone on side by the looks of it. But this is the formation that we play now. Why has Slot made this tactical tweak? Firstly, there were occasions last season when Liverpool's midfield duo became stretched in the middle when that 4-2-4 shape was being broken through. A good example came against Chelsea last October. That's bollocks. Who cares about that Chelsea game? We'd won the league. We really didn't care. We'd won the league. Personally, I think this three at the back when we're in possession, it is our problem. I think this is the problem. And they're saying that we're getting broken on too quickly. We're getting broken on anyway. We're getting broken on from a knockdown, from a corner. Another clue was provided by Slot himself as he looks to protect the attributes of his own attacking players. By asking Gravenberch to shuffle over every time Liverpool are out of possession, it puts a lot of pressure on the Dutchman and the respective right back to cover more ground if Mohamed does not track back. Well, Mohamed doesn't track back. Like, Salah doesn't track back, we know that. Therefore, by shuffling Gravenberch over and maintaining a midfield three out of possession, you're leaving less space for the opposition to work the ball down that side of the pitch, with Liverpool forming a tighter triangle to jump from. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work because Kerkez isn't a centre-back, so he's not comfortable. And it also doesn't work because McAllister doesn't play in midfield. McAllister wants to go forward and ends up being in the number 10 position. So maybe it will work when we tell players to start playing in the right positions. As Liverpool's number 10 last season, Dominic Szoboszlai was a relentless off-the-ball runner and would often cover some of the defensive work for Salah. Given that Florian Wirtz is still adjusting to the physical demands of the Premier League, it makes sense to add more structural protection to the team. But Florian Wirtz is still being asked to cover for Mo Salah because nobody else is there. I don't agree with the Athletics' point on it. I don't agree with the Athletics' point on it. This 4-3-3 is not great. Like, it's not great. I'll show you on the tactics board. 2 seconds. I'll show you on the tactics board because this is what it looks like. Do Canate, Virgil, Kerkez in this 3. Then you've got Gravenberch here. Then you've got McAllister here because McAllister doesn't play in that position. Then you've got Dominic Szoboszlai, who's also in midfield, pretty much most of the game, like this. Then you've got Mo Salah high up here. Then you've got Ekitike. You've got Ekitike and Wirtz. Actually, Ekitike's next to Wirtz on the other side. So you've got these two on top of each other. And then you have Cody here, like this. Like, please tell me that you're going to score loads of goals from that. Like, you're going to put the opposition under loads of pressure, 100%, because you've got all your players like in really threatening positions, especially the number 7 and the number 22. Like they're going to be so dangerous. No, of course they're not. Of course, not going to be dangerous. How is the number 2 going to be number 22 going to be dangerous when he's not even in the box? I'm not like a rocket scientist, but all you need to do is 2 tweaks to this formation, and it just looks so much better. And it's, play him there. Play him there. So this is 2 tweaks. So I'm moving Kerkez to the right back and left back. I'm moving Dom to the left back. I'm putting McAllister in midfield where he's supposed to be. I'm putting Wirtz in midfield in front of the pivot, and I'm putting Ekitike up front. And then I'm putting Salah and Cody there. I would say that gives you more protection, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? I would say that gives you more protection. But if I'm completely honest, when Isaac's back, this is happening for me. This is happening for me. That's happening. That's happening for me. I mean, does it really matter? Ekatike wants to play there anyway. Like, Ekatike's only 5 yards away from where he wants to play. That's where he wants to play most of the game. So just play him there. Done. That wins you the league. That wins you the league. Because guess what? If you want to play more attacking, then you can bring Frimpong further up. You can split your centre backs. You can put Gravenberch in there. You can play Kerkez further up. You can drop Wirtz into midfield if you want, and you can play Ekatike there. You can move Salah in this position more. You can have Ekatike over here, so you can play narrow. You play really narrow here. That works. You get Salah closer to the box. You've got a connection with Ekatike and Isak. You've got a connection with Salah. Wirtz can play midfield. No problem. If you want to, you can bring Frimpong even higher. You can bring Kerkez even higher. You can bring Grav into the midfield if you want. You can put Wirtz there. You can put Grav here. Then you've got a solid 2 here, 2 here, where you've got a box. And you've got the pace of these guys that can get back and forth. These are runners. That works. So many options. So many options, but this 3 at the back is just not, it's just not working for me. And McAllister's not structural enough. He's not disciplined enough to stay in the pivot. He wants to go forward. He wants to get into the number 10 position because he wears a number 10 shirt. Dominic Szoboszlai's got bags of energy and pace, and he can play there fine. He's also got really good link-up play with Kerkez because they play together. But me, this 3 at the back shit isn't working. And it really does make me wonder why we did go for Guehi now. It looks like Guehi probably would have played instead of Kerkez for me. That would have made more sense. The Guehi signing was to play in Kerkez's position for me because he plays as a centre-back. Like, it's just... he plays as a centre-back. He doesn't play wide. He's got no width in his game anymore. Like what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? We signed Frimpong and we signed Kerkez to be flying wing backs, and they don't fly or play in the wing back position either. Like, I don't know. Like, let's see what happens. Like, we've got Atletico Madrid on Wednesday. It's going to be a really tough game. Actually, Thursday, I think it is. Is it Thursday or is it Wednesday? It's going to be a really tough game. They've just won as well at the weekend. So it's going to be a tough game. We have them tomorrow. Yeah, we have them tomorrow. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're playing them on Thursday. We're playing them on Wednesday. Yeah, so we've got them 8 o'clock on Wednesday, and they won their last game. They won their last game. They won their last game 2-0 against Villarreal. Barrios and Gonzalez scored. They had 8 shots, so they're not firing on all cylinders yet. But I'll do a match preview for that. Anyway, I'm going to finish the show now. Just before I finish the show, though, I just want to do a quick shout out to my sponsor, which is which is Match Bingo. Actually, it's not this. It's this. Let me get rid of that. Which is Match Bingo. If you scan the QR code today and use the code KMack, you get 200% deposit off your first purchase. So big shout out to Match Bingo for supporting the channel. If you want to go and have a look at the app, it's available on Android and also iPhone. You can look at the link which is in my description, and obviously scan the QR code and use the code KMack to get additional discount, 200% discount off your first deposit. Match Bingo is brilliant. It's a cool little app. If you download it, you can have a look at bingo cards. On the app, you've got the games, and it brings up all the latest games like this on the screen. The game with Everton currently has 8 players involved with 32 cards. That's obviously the 12:30 kickoff on Saturday. There's other games that are available, but that's the main one that I'll be using my cards on. If you buy your cards, use the code KMack, and if you buy 4, you get 1 free. But if you use the QR code and the name K and the word KMack, you get extra discount. Remember, gamble responsibly. And another big shout out, Match Bingo, for sponsoring my show. I'll leave this QR code up here just for a little bit. Was there anything else I wanted to cover? I don't think there is anything else I wanted to cover today. I've done nearly an hour and 30. Let's have a quick look at the IndyCar stuff. Go on then. Let's have a look. Let's see what transfer news there is. So Benfica are looking at Ruben Amorim. Liverpool are making serious moves for Man United target. Okay. We're not going to spend 100 million on him. Yeah, Liverpool making serious moves for Man United target Carlos Baleba for January transfer window. Keep an eye on this one. I just don't see it. I really don't see Baleba. Baleba doesn't do the passing that we need. He just doesn't do the passing that we need. Adam Wharton has exceptional passing skills. There's a reason why Real Madrid are looking at him as a potential, the Toni Kroos replacement, because he's got exceptional skills at passing the ball. And I don't know, I just feel that that's the guy. I feel like that's the guy that we've looked at for a long time. We've scouted him. We scouted him at bloody Blackburn Rovers when he was a kid. It'd be crazy, wouldn't it, if we ended up with Wharton, Guehi, and Elise as our 3 players, when they were the 3 players we should have signed a long time ago. It's like, I don't know. It's like the KIP committee are like, oh, can we go and get the players that we want now? Are we allowed now? Oh yeah, we are. Okay, so we'll go and get them. But yeah, it's an interesting one. Yeah, Alvarez, Lenormand's crap. I hope he plays. And Hancho are all doubts. Really slow players, all of them. I find it really interesting as well that the best player for Burnley was Arnie Slot's ex-player that they signed from Feyenoord, and I'm surprised Arnie didn't get something on him from Salah. Salah did nothing against Quindashili, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name. Quindashili, his first name, I think is. I can't believe Salah got nothing against him. No joy at all. Completely locked up. Like back pocket job. Crazy. But I think the game with Atletico will suit us because they're also quite slow. They're a slow paced team. And they do like to let the opposition have the ball as well. So, but we've got our whole team back now. Like everybody's fit. Like there's no excuses. There's no excuses now. We need to be attacking more. We need to have forwards who are in the box at least. At least do that. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But at least you tried. But you're not even putting players there. Seriously? Madness. Anyway, big up Match Bingo for sponsoring the show, and thank you whoever could scan the QR code. You're a legend. Let me know if you get the discount when you put KMack in. Put that in the comments if you do. Anybody else? Quickly scan it now because I'm about to end the stream. So it's your last chance. So if you want to scan it, scan this now, and I'm just going to find another stream to send you to. 2 seconds. If you want to scan the QR code, at least just download the app. Just try the app out. Scan the QR code, download the app. At least download the app. It's free. Yeah. Do that for me at least, gang. Yeah. Do that for me at least. The more people who do it, the more I'll get sponsored, which is great, which means I'll eventually buy a good camera. So it's all good. It's all good in the hood. I'm going to send you over to Big Six Pants because they are live now. And I'm probably going to join them. So bear with me. So put in KMack Raid. My mouse has stopped working. Let me just send you over there. Where is it? Big Six Pants. There they are. So let me send you over there and then stick in KMack Raid. And yeah, and I will see you all tomorrow, or potentially in a bit if I go over there now. But I will see you all later. You all take care. Good night. Come on, someone else scan the QR code. Go on, do it. Do it. Scan the QR code. Go on, do it. Do it. Do it for me. Scan the QR code. Go on.